Now we're recording, buddy.
Yeah, right.
Good to have you on the pod.
Yeah, first time.
It's been a long time in the making.
I wanted to do one with you in America last time me and Hodgie were there, and we couldn't find the time.
Yeah.
Because we had to go down south.
It's hard. It's harder than people think to find time.
Yeah.
Like even on the road, like this tournament is probably the easiest because it's only a max of one match per day. But I still feel bad asking for people's time.
Yeah. But I think you need to. You need to. And you need to like get people on there and get them accountable for it.
Yeah.
Because I know for me, like even now, like now that I'm finishing up and retiring, I want to see more. It's great when you're on the tour, and because I know and talk to everyone, and I get the gossip and I get the rumors, and you know I love the lifestyle of being on tour and talking to everyone. But then as soon as you leave the tour, like just even me looking at Instagram, there's not enough.
No.
Like there's not enough social media.
It's so shallow. Like all you can see on Instagram, it doesn't get deep.
No, it
You're
doesn't.
not below the surface. So that's why I like these. It's like we can go as long as we want.
Yeah.
We're not getting kicked out by the restaurant.
No, and we got a better view than what they were going to provide us.
Yeah, we got some sunshine. It's perfect.
It is a nice day today. But yeah, because and this is one of the things too that like we spoke about it before we even got on here, but like I want Volleyball World to get more into the athletes' lives and like what's actually happening. And like, I know every Olympic qualifying process is so much more exciting than what it actually is on the surface. Because Hodgie and myself, last Olympic cycle, we were in the thick of like not qualifying or qualifying. And for everyone who doesn't know how we went about the process of qualifying, we nearly made all our results through the challenger level. So we actually only had one Elite 16 result, which is a 5th place.
Really?
Yeah. So this is something that like people don't know. We got all our results, all our qualifying results through the challenger events, just by getting medals at challengers.
I would have never guessed
because
that.
It was a lot easier to get a 5th place, right? And a 5th place got you a 600. And I'm not the numbers guy. Hodgie's the numbers guy. And
big spreadsheet
guy. And if I didn't have Hodgie on my team, there is no way I would have ever qualified for the Olympics, because not only good player, but second thing, good strategic, like in terms of like how to go about the tour.
You knew how to schedule
and you knew when we had to push when other teams didn't want to push. Because also the back end of that 2023 year, we picked up like 2 medals and 3 5th places because the challenger events were so weak because no one wanted to go to them.
That's what, when people, like a lot of our girls at Florida State, for example, will ask, like, how do we get started on the World Tour? I'm like, just wait till the fall.
Yep.
Wait for the fall events in Asia. Anytime you see a China event, you got to go. They're like, well, that sounds expensive. I'm like, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, well, see, we love going. Hodgie and myself also, we nearly got all our good results in Asia. Because like we love the conditions in Asia. It's very similar here in Australia. Maybe not this week because it's been a bit cold, but we're used to the heat. We love pushing ourselves in the heat. And like, I don't know, Hodgie's just crazy too, so he just drags the team along. He's an absolute psycho. He got so much out of me, man. Fucking incredible human. And he, but yeah, that spreadsheet that he put together, it was like he would track everyone's like point system to see like where they're at and to see how far out of the qualifying process they actually are. Yeah. Because you had teams like Rob and Moritz from Austria, right? So they won two challenges.
Yeah, they won one in
they won India.
Goa? Yeah.
In India, and then they won the Philippines because Hodgie and myself played them in the gold medal match.
Yeah.
And they won 2 challenger gold medals, and they didn't qualify for the Olympics. But they were close, like in terms of like points, like Hodgie had them on the spreadsheet. So like they were still leading up to 6 months up to the Olympics. They still could have qualified. And I think people and fans need to have like some sort of spreadsheet, or Volleyball World needs to do it, where they actually like track the qualification process, and then people can also then input of like, okay, if Zach and Hodgie are going to get a 5th next event, where does that put them on the tally? Because then it keeps people more interested, because everyone knows in the Elite 16 level, like those top 10 teams, they're all qualifying.
They're good.
They see them every week at the Elite 16, they're good. Their time for the spotlight is at the Olympics, playing for that gold medal that changes lives. But for the rest of us who are in that kind of mid-tier, who are on the cusp of qualifying for the Olympics, there are some amazing stories that came out of that, and the heartbreak and the happiness, and like people's hopes and dreams were getting crushed or were getting out there during that period. And Volleyball World didn't advertise any of it, didn't show any of it. We were literally playing a game in China in Xiamen, and we watched Rob and Moritz's qualifying process end, because it became impossible for them to get back on the points. And it was like it was the most insane game. We were playing against USA at the time on the side court, and then Rob and Moritz were playing against Portugal. and we literally just watched Rob get a red card and lose the game.
Oh no!
And it was the end of the Olympic qualifying run for him. And
that's what I was trying to do with the Road to Paris series, was try to keep people more informed. But it was still hard to know like when a team was mathematically just done.
Yeah.
And also not being there was hard to get those moments like.
Yeah.
And it's so powerful. Like you get all those emotions right after, up or down. Like I'm sure Ostrava was nutty, like especially with Anouk and Zoe in that race.
Yeah, look, Hodgie had a spreadsheet for the girls too. He was like, you couldn't believe how close the girls' race was.
It was crazy. It was crazy. But that's what the Olympic race is kind of fun because, like you said, top 10 teams, you're good. But teams like 11 through 30, 11 through 40, like it's kind of a coin flip.
Well, so there was like, I believe there was like the Bellows were in the mix for a little bit there, but they also dropped off quick towards the end. But then you had like Bernstein Mole that also medalled during the year that didn't qualify. Then there was obviously Austria like Horse and Hull right on the edge, and Chile, Cuba, and Hodgie and myself, and we're all fighting for the last 3 spots. Like it was the race was so close, and then like you had in China as well. Man, the very first game we played in China, we lined up with Chile. And I was like, awesome, our opportunity. We'll knock them out of the tournament here, or we'll beat them in the first game, and then they won't be able to qualify, and we'll be in. We beat them. Next thing you know, they went on to win the event. But during that time, right, and like, because obviously then they got a bit closer to us, but during that time as well, they were playing in the quarterfinal against Hull Horst, and if Hull Horst beat them, right, in that moment there, Hodgie and myself were safe.
Wow.
Right? And what happened? 14-11, Hull Horst. They were up in the 3rd set, and then ended up losing. And we were watching it, thinking that our Olympic dream is here. Yeah.
Oh, man. So when did you know that you qualified?
In
what
Ostrava.
Was your moment?
Okay. So we were driving to Ostrava, because Cuba, if Cuba won the event in Poland, in Stazolonki, if Cuba won that event, then they were going to overtake us on points, which means it was down to like potentially being knocked out by Hull Horst or being knocked out by Chile. We weren't sure because there was still time. But as soon as Cuba got a second, because the Czech boys won.
Schweiner?
Yeah. As soon as they won, then we knew we were qualified. So I sent the Czech boys a message. Thanks, boys, made the Olympics. Yeah. Thanks for beating Cuba. Because Cuba went on that run, man.
Yeah.
And again, no media attention around it.
Yeah.
Dude, there should have been a camera on them the whole time.
Especially with the way they play.
The best
like,
run.
Those dudes are
the best run
awesome.
you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so you found out
the week before Ostrava, we were driving to Ostrava.
Because Cuba lost that final.
Yeah, and we were watching.
That was when you
we were watching the game in the car on the way through.
Okay.
And like Hodgie and myself were driving to the event, and we're watching it, and then like the Czech boys won, and we were just like, we made it, like we did it.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, what's that like?
Yeah.
That Olympic moment. I mean, that's what for in the U.S. and I don't know how it is in Australia, but the Olympics is like anybody who plays beach volleyball. Like, what got you into it? I want to go to the Olympics. Like that's everything.
Yeah.
Is that big for you guys? Like, is that the thing?
Well, so like for me, like I know that Hodges, that's all he's ever wanted was to go to the Olympics.
Yeah.
And like indoor is really tough because he started playing indoor. Indoor is really hard to go to the Olympics from Australia. Like you just need so many good players, and Asia's so competitive, and like you got to knock off teams like Japan, Iran. Like, you know, even China's like competitive in the Asian region. So it's quite tough to go to the Olympics in indoor, and Hodgie saw an opportunity to go to the Olympics for beach volleyball, so he went after it. But then I always wanted to be an Olympian because I had a cousin that won a gold medal and a bronze medal at the Olympics in field hockey.
No kidding.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So like he would like live the dream, like being an Olympian and
men's
chasing
field
it.
hockey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that big here?
It's massive. Yeah.
Really?
Gold and bronze.
If you play men's field hockey in the United States, you're gonna get some questions.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, but it's massive here.
Cool.
And it's massive in Holland too. So he was like playing professional there as well. But I just thought I was always going to be an Olympian because he was going to the Olympics. So I thought I was going to be a hockey Olympian as well.
Okay.
And then I just got too slow and too tall. And then I kind of just got lucky with beach volleyball because at the time there wasn't too many kids in Australia playing beach volleyball like around my age. So like now we have an unbelievable amount of talent.
Yes.
Like you've seen it. You've seen the guy that I'm playing with here this week. Jumping through the roof and hitting balls like this high above the net.
All you guys jump through the roof. I don't know what kind of strength and conditioning, women included.
That's why I have to retire, man. Because I used to jump high and now I don't.
You still jump pretty high. Yeah. You're still pretty high.
I did get one over Bourne's yesterday.
But watching like
even though he smoked me.
How do you pronounce it? D'Artagnan. Watching
Ponce.
him and Jack yesterday, I was like, good God.
Yeah.
They fly. And then even though Ben and Oliver got schwacked by Sweden, watching them in warm-ups was like,
yeah, Hoodie's got the arm, eh? Hoodie's got such a heavy arm.
Yeah, he bounced one into next week.
Yeah, it's crazy. And this is the thing too, like I'm not worried about the future at all for Volleyball Australia, for the young athletes. And like what me and Hodgie did during the Olympic qualifying process too, because we were the first team from Australia to qualify through the world ranking since 2008, right?
Who would have been the 2018?
The 2018 was Josh Slack and Andrew Schott.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They got a bronze medal at the World Champs in 2007 as well. Like that was the last like real powerful dominant
They're like
world
the
tour
OG
team.
jump setters. Nobody knows it.
No, no one does it. No, everyone thinks Sweden did it. But the thing is, there would have been someone. There would have been someone before Josh and Shotty. I don't know who it would have been though. Like they didn't make it up. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe if I go ask Shotty and Josh, they'll tell me something different. But there has to be someone else.
I'm giving them credit. We'll give them credit. But yeah, like that's pretty cool.
Can't wait to hear them.
You guys kind of put the you guys kind of put the federation on your back a little bit. And I know that Chris McHugh and Paul Burnett, they had a pretty dang good run too, and Damien as well.
Yeah. And that was a big moment too, because I was a part of that qualifying process in 2020, because we didn't have a men's team since 2008 and so to go through the Continental Cup and win that event, like that was also a huge moment for Chris and Damo. I was the second team in that, so I didn't get to go.
Who'd you go with?
I played with Max Gura, and we were just the second team, and we won all our games, and so did Chris and Damo, and they got to go to the Olympics. But then I came back and had double knee surgery the week after. I tore a 35% tear of my patellar tendon, my right knee, and had a 5% tear on my left knee, and so I was 6 weeks straight not moving, couldn't move my legs, couldn't walk for 6 weeks straight. And I thought my career was over. I was like, can't jump, can't play, thought it was over.
Yeah, well, I'm honored that I was one of your first training partners when you got back.
You literally were in Coolangatta. It was like it was one of my first training sessions I had with other people. Like,
really?
Yeah, which it was almost, that would have been about 6-8 months later.
Okay.
And it nearly took me a full year to feel healthy again. But then once my knees felt healthy again, I then had to jump pretty much into the Olympic qualifying process.
Soft entry there. You just went straight into it.
Lucky Hodgie was ready, because also he didn't come from the beach world either.
Yeah, he was at UCI.
Yeah.
Did he play professionally indoors?
Yep, went to like Italy.
So he did
potentially not A1, A2.
Okay.
Potentially had an opportunity to go to Russia. Shoulder wasn't any good, had to come back and have surgery, and then he jumped into beach.
Okay.
And so he only played on the world tour for, it was like 6 months before he had to jump into that qualifying for the Olympics for world ranking.
How'd you guys end up? Like, does your, I'm always so interested in different federations, because the U.S. there's just like play with whoever you want.
Yep.
Get your coach, whatever. It's pretty. You have a lot of autonomy. Other federations are like, you're going with him, and that's the way it's going to be.
Yep.
How does Australia do it?
There is a little bit of say from the federation, but at the end of the day, the players can do what they want.
Okay.
Because you need to be able to believe in backing your team, right? And if you get asked to play with someone else, you might not be fully bought in to the process because you feel like you're getting forced to do something. But for Hodgie and myself, how we became a team, because I had knee surgery, and then Hodgie actually tore his groin. Everyone went away and played Asian champs, and everyone got the best results ever because it was the first tournament after the Olympics. So it was an Asian champs that was really weak. So like, and not saying that Sharif and Ahmed still played, and Chris and Paul did beat them, but everyone had awesome results at that event. So then everyone pretty much who went to that event had teammates and had partners.
Right.
And Chris and Paul weren't splitting up after that. And then like, even I took my shot at swing. I'll be like, hey Chris or hey Paul, you want to come and play with me?
Yeah.
And then it was just kind of like,
you
nah.
gotta shoot your shot.
Yeah, exactly. Because they were playing and they were winning. They beat Sharif and Ahmed at Asian champs. So we're like, awesome. Like, and then they didn't want to split up and no one wanted to play with me. And so then I was like begging and pleading to Hodgie for him to come and play with me. And yeah, Hodgie like took his time. He didn't say yes straight away.
Yeah. Worked out. It worked out. So you live 10 minutes from here.
Yeah.
Where does Hodgie live?
He lives probably 20 minutes out of the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Adelaide, do you guys have like a training center, like a central location?
It's the best. We maybe should have went there and filmed here today because it's only 10 minutes down the road.
Okay.
It's brand new, and the Australian government love throwing money at sport.
Okay.
So obviously they're not throwing money at beach volleyball directly, but they're throwing money at Olympic sports in general. So brand new training facility. it looks very similar to like some of the college like setups over that you got.
Yeah,
like
the resources at the college level are crazy.
Yeah. So I think all the internationals here, they've got opportunities to train there during the week, and they've been loving the gym, loving the recovery.
Oh, is that what it's Sassy? Sassy.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Have you been there?
No.
You got to go.
I'll make some time. We have a lot of I don't start commentating until 8 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
I got time.
It's the best.
I'll check that out. Because whatever you guys are doing, it's working.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when I was playing, if I saw an Australian team, I was like, it's a good draw.
Yeah.
Now I look at an Australian team and I'm like, I don't know how, like, because a lot of times the Australian teams won't be the most skilled ball control. Like, we're talking to Haji.
This is true.
Sometimes passing can get a little wild. But you see them in warm-ups, you're like, God dang.
Yeah.
They're super physical.
Yeah.
And watching Jasmine Fleming yesterday and Steffi Fayez.
It's good, huh?
Really good.
Yeah.
And young, too.
Yeah.
Like, there's a ton of talent.
But Steffi grew up on the beach.
Okay.
So, like, we don't start playing volleyball early enough here in Australia. Everyone is lucky to start in year 8 of school. So you're about 13 years old when you start. And so, like, no one, even me, like, I only started playing volleyball when I was 14 in, like, high school. So everyone grows up playing AFL footy here in Australia, or like playing netball, which is 2 sports that Americans have probably never heard of.
No, well, footy's just soccer, right?
Nah, footy, American like so you got American footy, you have then football, as in like European, Brazilian football, and then you have Aussie football, which is a completely different sport, which is what that massive oval is.
Oh, I thought that was soccer the whole time.
Nah,
because I thought when you guys said, okay, what's Australian football?
55,000 people fill that.
That's what I thought was our venue at first. Is like, whoa, they're expecting a lot of people.
So then like Aussie football, completely different sport. Just Google it. I don't need to explain it.
Okay.
You just need to go watch the highlights. But it's just, like,
just a different sport.
Yeah, just blokes running around punching each other for a football. It's awesome. It's good to watch.
I love sports like that.
But we all grow up playing those 2 sports, so we don't play beach volleyball indoor until we get to high school.
Got it.
But then like you get someone like Steffi who grew up on Manly Beach and just got reps from early days. Like, honestly, it's kind of like the theory behind the moles. They grew up in the middle of nowhere in Norway and just had a family that loved beach volleyball and got the reps in, and now you got 4 blokes here at the World Champs.
Yeah, plus a cousin.
and some other riffraff.
And Christian. He's some bum.
Some bum.
They just found him on the street. We need one more to make the numbers even.
But you can totally do it. And like, I swear with Sweden too, I've been trying to get this out of Razzie for so long, their coach. I've been trying to get it out of him. I'm like, mate, what do you do with your team? How do you work it out? Like, just tell me your secrets. Because how the hell can you pull 4 blokes from a country like Sweden, and they're nearly the, top 5, top 2 teams, maybe top 2 teams here? I don't know.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
Yeah.
It's got to be the coach.
I think it's that, and I think it's also, from what I understand, a lot of countries are looking at, like, smaller countries like Sweden, Norway. When I was talking to Gautier, France doing something similar. The indoor team's awesome. They're like, we're going to have a tough time finding 12 world-class indoor players, but we can find 2 really good athletes to play beach, and they're starting to pour money into the smaller sports instead.
Australia's doing that.
Because it's, because it's just a higher likelihood of a return.
Yeah.
And Sweden is a pretty good case study on that. And I don't know if that's what Sweden's doing, but that's what I've heard from a couple people. Netherlands doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Yeah. Netherlands indoor team's still half decent.
Yeah.
They're still pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing here in Australia. Like, after we didn't qualify in 2020, Volleyball Australia made like kind of a decision to pivot away from indoor. And so all these junior boys that you're seeing now, like the Luke Ryans, the Darties, the D'Artagnan Potts, Jack Pearce, Ollie, Ben, like all those lads who are just jumping through the roof, there is every chance that they just would have been part of the indoor team. Because my generation that went through, like, I didn't even make the indoor team. I tried. I wasn't good enough. All the blokes that grew up my age playing indoor, like, they were so phenomenal. Okay. And our indoor team used to be so incredible. Like in 2012, I believe they got like a 5th at the Olympics, something like
pretty good finish.
Like,
they got a good finish.
Don't quote me on that one, but I just remember watching those boys play and being like, that's what I want to be. Like, beach volleyball wasn't the goal. I just want to be playing indoor and just being one of those guys. I couldn't even make my indoor team because the indoor team was so strong, and there's so many good players still playing professionally. Like Luke Perry plays overseas, and it's just like, it's crazy how good they are.
Yeah.
And but now all these young juniors, they would have been playing indoor, but now they're playing beach.
Sweet. Well, it's fun to see because now, just like watching them beat Potts and Pierce beat Cayman James yesterday.
Yeah.
It was like, they're legit. I mean, Pierce, he hit this hard angle swing in the third set that I was like, there is no one in the world who's going to stop that.
Nah.
Like, zero chance.
Nah.
It's just a consistency thing, I feel.
I don't know why people shoot in beach volleyball. I've never understood it.
Don't do much of it.
No way. It's also not fun to watch. You know?
It depends. It depends. Like, if you look at, like an Adrian Karambula. Didn't swing.
That's different.
Fun to watch.
That's different shooting.
Fun to watch.
Because that's like shooting where like you think he's shooting a line, but then he's rainbowing you.
Yeah.
You know, like it's
like,
not.
So there's an art to it.
Yeah.
Shooting. If you're making an art form, like a Kristen Nuss, it can be fun to watch.
Yeah.
But you guys, the rally's over.
Well, I just want to hit the ball as hard as I can. I tried to do it yesterday, and DeGroot kept digging me.
I wanna rewind to 2020. This has fascinated me forever because the U.S. has never been in this position with the Continental Cup.
Yep.
You qualified, but the spot goes to
Chris and Damo. Yep.
Did you guys know that?
Yeah, we did, because there was a bit of a process where, because it was COVID, we played our national tour to see who was the best team, and Chris and Damo won everything, and they had better results on the World Tour beforehand. So we were playing, and the reason why I kept pushing through my knee pain, and I kept putting cortisone into it, the reason I kept pushing through that knee pain was because if we didn't qualify for that Olympics, there was every chance there was going to be not a lot of money for funding in Australia.
Okay.
And so then you kind of like, well, your career's probably going to be over anyway, so you may as well push through it. So, and then, you know, it's kind of tough because what happens in sport, especially here in Australia, is as soon as you kind of, you know, like as soon as you've done your job, or like, for me, I had knee surgery and doctors were saying that you were never going to jump again, then all of a sudden my support from Volleyball Australia just went, tanked. So, because I was never going to jump again. And
like the recent one or back in 2020?
Back in 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, so then my support, and like I still got some stuff and I still got like a little bit of help, but it was definitely not to the standard I needed for at the time. But Hodgie was literally my knight in shining armour. Like, managed my rehab, managed my trainings, fucking organised physios and sorted all my stuff out with my knees and got me over the line. Like, I'm telling you, man, if I didn't have this guy on my team for that Olympic qualifying process, I would not have gone to the Olympics.
God bless Hodgie.
He did so much for me, and like, yeah, dude, people would have seen it on the tour and people would have seen it on the court. Me and Hodgie fought and we had arguments and, whatever. But it's like brotherly love. I'm telling you, it's brotherly love. I owe that man everything for, like, we had other good support people around us, but he was the one guy that got me over the line.
And one thing I really like about Australia in general, you talk about that brotherly love. You guys are good to have personalities on the court. Like on the court, off the court. I like watching Australians play because, like, we were talking with Jack and D'Artagnan that
they're good guys, man.
Oliver bounces one around Holting Nilsson, screams to the net, flex down. I was like, it's a bold move.
Yeah.
It's a bold move, Cotton, but I liked it.
Dude, I want, and we spoke about this before as well, I want more entertaining personalities on the tour because I know what everyone's like in the dining hall and I know what people are like on the tour, and we never see it on the social media because it might look unprofessional or it might, but like I actually want more of that because now that I'm going to be sitting here in Australia trying to watch the World Tour, I want to see some more behind the scenes. I actually want more people like Boom Boom because like he does a really good job, and sometimes people might think it's like, oh, he's an idiot, he's putting like too many things out there, or like they might pay him out for it. But what he does is he does a good thing for the sport because fans want to see it, and I want to see it now. I want to check it out, and I want more people. So I want the villains to put more stuff out. I want people to talk more smack. I want to be more entertained by the sport, and I want Volleyball World to do more media with all these people because like it needs to grow. Like all the Ken Cephas stuff, I love it. All the finances and the money and the views and how to grow the sport. No, I just want more villains. I want more media, and I want more attention, and I want more manipulation with draws. That's the other thing I want Volleyball World to do. Well, so then like, obviously like everyone plays pool play, right?
Right.
And then win, lose, right? Let's just take an Elite 16, for example. Say if Norway, like Anders Mole and Christian, say if they don't top their pool, right? and then they have to play the first round out of the pool, right? I want them to then line up with Sweden. So
immediately?
Then, yeah, like was it like so like the crossover match? I want Volleyball World to then manipulate the draw, so then they have to cross over. So then we don't have another gold medal match between those two countries.
You don't want the Norway-Sweden gold medal matches?
No, I want to see. I want to see it happen in some random round down here. And then, because like at the moment, like we see it all the time in the, it's great. Don't get me wrong, love those guys. They're awesome people. But I want Volleyball World to manipulate the draw so it crosses over even, so it makes it more interesting. It's like, oh no, they crossed over early. How unfortunate, right?
Well, that's like what we got with the Olympics with Kristen and Taryn getting Mel and Brandy in the ninth place rounds. Is like, damn.
Yeah.
Brutal draw.
Brutal draw. Yeah.
For everyone. I mean, it wouldn't have been a bad draw for Mel and Brandy because they didn't take care of business in pool. For Kristen and Taryn, it's like, that stinks.
That does stink, yeah. But like also too, if you look at the last like Olympic qualifying process, check out the results from the Elite 16 teams that came down or had to come down and play a challenger for whatever reason. Like, do you know at the start of the event, La Paz, do you remember it? Sweden got a ninth.
Yes, they lost to Bassero and Lanil.
Yeah, crazy, right? Like even in, so Latvia, Hodgie and myself, we had to Immers and Vandervelde. We played them in the quarterfinal, we beat them. And they were pretty much, they were Elite 16 team towards the end of the cycle. And then we also had to play Andre George in the gold medal match.
I called that one.
Yeah.
And I was like, because you guys came out of the qualifier.
Yeah, we got lucky.
And I was like,
steamroll.
I remember on the comms, I was like, they've had a good tournament. It's a nice run. This is going to get George and Andre. And I was like, oh my God.
No, we won it. Got so good, huh? Yeah. And then we had to, so after that, that was the start of our Olympic like run in Latvia.
Yeah.
And we, honestly, man, like I think that's when Hodgie started putting the spreadsheet together to see if we could make it. Because 3 days later, we had to play Asian Champs in China. So we flew from Latvia to there, played Asian Champs. We almost lost to Thailand 3 in the first game.
Oh, wow.
Right, almost bombed. But this is the thing, no one knows this because no one watches Asian Tour. But we almost lost our very first game. And then we actually because we made a mistake in our pool, who did we lose to? Iran. We then had to cross
sneaky
over.
Good. Iran is
very
sneaky good. Yeah.
Unbelievably good.
Nobody knows that because they don't play, but they're very good.
Yeah, and then we had to cross over with Sharif and Ahmed in the quarterfinal. We beat them though. We got really lucky as well. We beat them there.
I don't know if you can you got to do something good to beat those guys. Luck only gets you so far, especially the way they're playing right now.
Oh,
God,
man.
Dang.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we won those 2 events in a row, and then it pretty much set us up for the rest of the Olympic cycle.
An 800-pointer?
Yeah, 800 for winning a challenger and 800 for winning an Asian Champs. So we went 2 800s. But the way Hodgie was working is he said anything over 600 was going to help us qualify a spot. And the average qualifying ended up being 605, so he was almost right. So anytime you got a 5th place at a challenger, you then had an Olympic result.
A usable finish.
Yeah, where it was a lot easier to get a 5th at a challenger than it was to get a 9th at an Elite 16. So, like, that's why we just focused on the challenges.
That comes with its risks, though. Like, I'm sure you guys, Hodgie probably weighed it out, too. Because if you don't do well to the challenge, your entry points are screwed, and you don't have a good finish. Did you guys talk about that? Just the risk-reward of it?
Yeah, but also in the Elite 16, that bottom bracket of, like, not getting out of pool, the points really suck, too. So it was, like, same for us. And then also, I don't know, like, we thrived at the challenges. We also, like, that tour is so fun. Like, we've had people mention it to us before that, like, the Challenger Tour is so much more enjoyable than the Elite 16 Tour, because the Challenger Tour is like everyone's kind of in the same position. No one's really making that much amount of money. And everyone's just out there bumming around trying to chase this Olympic dream. And so everyone's in the same situation, having a good time, and there's a few more parties and drinks, and like people are enjoying themselves a lot more. The Elite 16s, you rock up to those events, so professional.
Yeah, everyone's just like, I'm going to get my
Everyone's
practice.
so professional.
I'm going to stretch. I'm going to watch film. I'm going to eat dinner. I'm in bed.
Yeah. No one has any fun on that tour. I don't believe. Everyone, the Challenger, and then also for fans back home, just watch the Challengers, because you know those people are fucking slogging it out.
And that's where it's like the messy middle.
It is.
You don't. It's just a beautiful chaos.
It is.
And especially like that challenge level too that's like the Olympic race, that 10 through 30 level.
It's the best.
Where
man.
it's every match is basically a coin flip.
Yeah.
Whereas the elites, you can snooze through a lot.
You can.
And even like same first couple rounds of World Champs, like. Yesterday, I don't think I had one close match to commentate. Like, you can snooze through a couple rounds. Challenges, you don't know.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, it maybe the volleyball's not as good too. I get that. Like, the watching is not as good. because you don't have the amazing teams like in the Elite 16s, which I understand, but I still think the next time the Olympic cycle rolls around, so come 2027, that first year, like Volleyball World, or even like, I don't know how you're going to, but you're going to message Hodgie and get that spreadsheet from him.
Yeah.
And then you're going to track it, and then I want that like on a website, so then everyone can go to it, and then, because I reckon that's also going to mess with people's heads too. Like, because I reckon all the tour, like everyone's going to be sitting there at the dinner timetables, and everyone's going to be like, oh, what happens if this and this and this? And it is just going to mess with people, because people play that game already at dinner. Like,
like all the time. Yeah. And my wife is a spreadsheet master, and so she used to do it with AVP points.
Yeah.
And that's how she picked kind of her partners. If she was on the cusp of a main draw, it's like, oh, well, if I do this with this person, I'm in. And so she would do that all the time. Yeah, her and Hodgie could have a spreadsheet, just deep dive.
Yeah, yeah. So like, I think that'd be like great for the sport. But then also, what I find crazy is like that whole like Olympic period of like the timing of events of when you play them, because it's really hard to pick and choose like who's going to be at events and who's not going to be at events. But there definitely seems like there's a bit of a trend. Those South American, Brazilian, Mexico events at the start of the year are the most stacked, hard events you're ever going to play. Me and Hodgie only got 1 5th place for a 7-week tour. Right, 1 5th place out of 7 events.
Jeez.
Yeah, at a challenger, and everything else wasn't counted towards our Olympic results. So we spent the first 7 weeks, and how much money was spent going on those tours?
Wasting time.
Yeah. And we got all our events from pretty much Europe, when Europe started from Latvia, onto the back of the year. And then we did actually have one good event in Portugal for the Elite 16, which we got a 5th. And like we got to take out Czech boys, and then got to beat. Oh man, I love Pablo Nicolai, man. Oh, God, he's good. God, he's good. But yeah, we played him as well, and so we got a 5th place at that event, which was awesome because that counted for pretty much like that started to lock us in. And so yeah, like the timing of events and when people play and don't play, like I can't wait for this next Olympic cycle to see what everyone does. If they keep that Challenger Elite 16.
I think me and you should keep up with each other throughout the Olympics. And I want to have you like as regular on the road to LA or whatever we call the next one. Because you'll be armed with the spreadsheet.
Oh,
you know all the players super well.
Oh, I'll be watching, man. But then, like, too, so if they do change the tour, like, I want to see what we got into before we didn't finish it. But like, all the Elite 16 teams that had to then come down and play against challengers, upsets.
Yeah,
right.
Because like anybody can beat anybody.
Anyone can beat anybody
on any given day, and we've seen it with Sweden. Like the amount of teams who have beat Sweden for the first time this year is a ton. Anders and Christian, they're good, but they're not immortal. They were immortal at one point. Now you can kind of make a god bleed, but you can upsets can happen if you smash everyone together in like a 64-team draw.
Dude, it would be unbelievable. It's very hard to logistically run an event.
Yes.
And I'm not a numbers guy, so I'll leave that to Volleyball World to sort out, but they need to have the 2 tours together.
Yeah.
Because I just think there'll be so many more upsets and it'll be way more entertaining. And if we have better off-court filming and interviews, and then we have more people who are willing to put stuff on social media, talking about the whole process, it will literally grow the sport. It will be so good.
What's your dream format for a tournament?
Dream format?
Yeah, say
double-elim.
The logistics for double-elim, but how many teams?
Oh,
yeah, I mean, you knew the way to my heart with double-elim.
Dude, double-elim's amazing. You like double-elim?
Oh my God, dude, I don't understand the fascination with pool play. I think pool play is one of the dumbest formats. It's a waste of time.
It is.
Because there's no consequences.
Yep.
Like Sweden loses 2 matches in pool play in the Olympics.
Yep.
No consequences. Meanwhile, Cuba wins 3 straight. What's your reward? Oh, you get the best team in the world, the eventual gold medal. Like it's just a waste of time.
That's so true.
Like this Olympics, we had a 2-loss gold medalist and a 3-loss silver medalist on the women's side.
Yep.
And then you had a ton of teams, like a Kristen and Taryn with 1 loss and a 9th place finish. And I find it dumb.
Yep.
Just give me double-elim.
I know.
It's so easy to understand. It's like, here are the rules. If you lose twice, you're out.
Yeah, done.
Those are the rules. Meanwhile, at these elites, it's like, well, if you lose in the quarterfinals, you actually could advance.
You get points and set ratio.
Yeah, and it's like, but the challenge level is just points. At this, it's sets and then points. And it's like, why do we need fans doing calculus to determine what's happening? Just give them a straight-up format. Give them a double-elim.
Yeah, because we have one tournament or like one. It's over in like Victoria in Melbourne.
Okay.
So Vic Beach, they run double-elim tournaments. We don't do it here in South Australia. We don't do it in Queensland or anything like that. It's just Vic Beach that do double-elim, and they're some of my best moments as a kid because I can remember rocking up, losing my first game, and then having to play another 8 games that day
back
to then get to the final, only to lose to Damo and Cordy. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like so fun because you spend the whole day down the beach grinding it out, and like it's also like I feel like people get around those events a lot more because they're not just a random, like you said, pool play game that doesn't really mean that much.
Right. And you talk about stories. There's nothing better than a team that, say, loses early. Now you're grinding through the losers bracket, having to fight your way back. Or if, like, you get like a Norway-Sweden, they lose, they could see each other again in the finals. Because we had, so for Hermosa Open, did a double final.
Yep.
Alisson and Alvaro had never been in a double final before, and so they came through the losers bracket. They beat Cayman James, and Alisson's like psyched. And Mark Patalui, the one organizing it, he goes, "You got to beat him again." He's like, "I don't get it," and he was like, "Beat him again." And so Alisson had like 9 blocks.
I know.
He was just like boom, 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 and it was fun to see him win. Like last tournament in the U.S. and he wins. But that's the magic of double-elim. You get fun stuff happening.
You do. You do.
Pool play just takes so much of that away.
I think it's cool too because, like, obviously, like, you know, top seed versus bottom seed for the first game, and so it's like, okay, top seed's going to move forward, right? But bottom seed then actually lines up with a team that's more even level, right? And then it's kind of a slow progression of the level until you get to the point where, like, oh, I'm not good enough, and then I'm out. Whereas, like, here, like, there's teams that, like, even for my situation, there's teams where Luke and myself, we're better than the teams here at this event, but we're never going to cross over with them.
Right.
And so our tournament's over. Whereas if it was a double-elim system, there is a chance that we actually line up with a team that's at the same level as us. And that's what the beautiful thing about double-elim is.
Yeah, it creates even, equitable matchups throughout the whole tournament.
Yeah. I don't know how you're meant to do the points, though. The point system for, like, running the World Tour, so complicated because every player will complain about it. Like, everyone on the World Tour complains about the points.
What's wrong with just using your world rankings?
Yeah, like
Best
the 365.
The last 365.
Yeah, because that's what tennis do.
And you don't just never drop a finish. Just incentivize people. Because right now, with the best 3 out of 4, you're incentivizing teams to not play.
Yeah.
To sit on a finish.
6 out of 8 used to be good.
And yeah, 6 out of 8's fine. I don't like any system where you have an incentive not to play. Just that best 8.
Yeah.
Best 6, whatever.
It should, like, if it's 365, that's awesome because then, like, you know, I suppose teams could hold their points for, like, get like 4 or 5 good results at the start of the year and then not play again. But then they'll run out of money if they're not playing.
Like,
so
if
they need to play.
If your job is to play, if that's what your lifestyle and money's based on, like, you still want to play.
Of course. Yeah, and I don't know, because, like, the points and, like I said before, the numbers are not. We can leave that to Hodgie. Hodgie would make a good point system. For sure that would work.
Try to get him up.
And if we tell him to do double-elim, and make a point system, he'll figure it out. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
And it'll be good.
What's the perfect number of teams?
Perfect number of teams? Not sure. I'm not a numbers guy.
Yeah, because
I've got no idea.
Like 32 double-elim, I think, is like the sweet spot. That's the way Grand Slams used to be.
32.
Yeah.
Yeah. I talked to Tri about this one day. He said the lifestyle of being a beach volleyball player on the World Tour was amazing, right? So they're having that bigger draw of 32 teams. And then what actually happened is, like, the money was quite good too. I think it was 5,000 US for not winning a game.
So it was close to that if it was,
I think it was something like that. He was telling me about this in Paris at one of the last Elite 16s there. And he just said, like, you know, you could rock up and not win a game and you could do it for 10 tournaments straight in a year and walk away with 50,000 US to split between the two of you. And you got your AVP and you got your sponsors. You live a good life.
Yeah.
Whereas now on the tour, it's just like, man, I rock up and I lose my first game of a challenger, I get $500, which, like, what gets me from Monday to Wednesday here in Australia.
Yeah, and then once you fly, you're like, okay, lost like $2,000 playing that tournament.
Yeah, without federations, and look, this is the stuff I agree on with Kent Steffes. Like, by having the Olympics come and take beach volleyball on, it ruined the sport. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what his summary was.
In a way. In ways different than people would think.
Yeah.
Because it like brought in, like, people saw the money for it, and so it brought in people who got into the sport with the wrong motives. And so they started engineering the sport to suck the money out of it.
Yeah.
And how much can we squeeze out of it rather than let's just make the product as good as possible. Like, let's make the best beach volleyball tournaments. It was instead, how can we grab some money out of this?
Well, then everyone, because it happens even like a smaller local level here. like the people that have the power in the sport and the people that have like control over the athletes, they all dangle the carrot or dangle the Olympic dream in front of them and be like, hey, if you don't play along with our rules, you're not going to be an Olympian. You don't get that goal. And so that's what's happening even in our sport now, because players are forced to just play on the world tour and just play this. And I love the example I think he used. Like, imagine if LeBron James was playing in the NBA in America and he was making a bunch of money, right? Like the AVP would, right? Yep. And then every 3 weeks he had to go over to China to play in the middle of nowhere for no money just to be able to go to the Olympics. And that is what like FIVB or Volleyball World, and like, you know, I love them. They're still keeping the sport alive. I don't want to shit on them too much. But the thing is, by dangling that Olympic dream in front of the athletes and paying them no money, right, then it's tough, or, you know, it makes it really hard for people to play for a long time.
They have all the leverage, right? Because everybody gets into beach volleyball. They want to go to the Olympics.
100%. Well, that's why I kept playing. Yeah. Because I wanted to be an Olympian. And to be honest, now that I got it, I go, it's kind of shit. Like, it's really hard. Like, it's really hard. Like, volleyball, beach volleyball, and at this level, everyone is so good.
Yes.
And so if you're not all in, and I'm not all in at the moment, and if you're not all in, you are going to lose every game.
It'll catch up quick.
It literally is. You have to be willing to live or die by it. And I used to be. I used to be willing to live and die by going after it. And now it's kind of like I'm not, which affects everything.
Yeah, why do you think that is? What changed?
Man, I just wanted to be an Olympian so bad. I just had my goal. I just had that goal of like, and me and Hodgie would just be G'ing each other. And actually Hodgie and that walking across the bridge right now. Look at him. Come on, boys. Hodgie was just like, we're going Olympics, this is what we're doing, and I was all on board with it as well. And like that, we were just so lock solid that it doesn't matter who was in our way, especially at that challenger level, we're just trying to beat everyone to get to the medals.
Yep.
And also, you actually make decent money getting medals at challenges. I will say that. If you medaled at every challenger, you're coming out with an alright paycheck.
Especially this year.
Especially this year.
It's like double. It's now 20 to win.
20. Yeah, it was only 10 when we won them. So, damn it. Should have hung around. But it's that fire. Like, I'm getting married the week after World Champs. You know, I want to start having kids, having a family. Like, that stuff I want to do. It's important. Yeah. Doing it from Australia, where we spent 8 months overseas, really tough.
Unsustainable to have a family.
Unsustainable.
Yeah.
Unsustainable.
How was Paris, though?
Amazing.
I mean, you picked the right Olympics to play.
Yeah, I do think LA could be better, though. Because Americans just going there on a Tuesday night watching a Lakers game and the stadium's full. Yep. So if that's what a Tuesday night looks like, what does the Olympics look like?
Yeah, and it's cool to be in Southern California, too. Because that's a proud beach volleyball community. Yeah. I don't know how Long Beach is going to be. There's been a couple events there. Like, it's a bummer that it couldn't work out with Santa Monica or like a Huntington or somewhere a little better than Long Beach. But they'll figure it out.
They will.
It'll be good.
Yeah. Or like, I know for me, anytime I'm just walking on the boardwalk, like I'm on Hermosa, right, and people are just playing beach volleyball and hanging out, and I'm like, man, like, we don't have any place like that in Australia. Where just maybe Manly's close, but just where people are just loving the sport and playing it. And also, like, I get it. Why are you guys going to New York? I get why you're trying to grow the sport, but just stay on the beach, because that's where everyone understands the sport, and it's so awesome.
Yeah,
it's so awesome, and like, we don't have any places like that, even in the world, where there's just such a deep culture of beach volleyball on the sand, and that's why I think like America for that Olympics for beach volleyball could be the best one ever. But Paris, the Eiffel Tower was cool.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong, it was very cool.
What was it like? Like, this has been a big Olympic thing, the build up, right? And then you get to play. Were you just nervous as hell?
Dude, it goes so quick. Yeah, and I said that to Luke even at our, like, for this World Champs, like, big events and something that's really important to you, you'll step out there, you'll hit a few balls around, and it's over before you know it. And like, we played Poland and we lost our first game and it was over, and then we were 14-11 up against Wickler, Elis, like Germany.
No kidding.
Yeah, we were 14-11 up.
Oh, man.
Actually, crazy story, man. Reckerman, 2012 Olympic gold medalist, he was commentating, right, for the Olympics there for the German channel, and like, we just lost our game against Poland, and I'm standing outside the courts and my friends and family are around me, and then I was like, oh man, there he is. There he is. I was like, and then everyone's like, who is he? I'm like, 2012 Olympic gold medalist, like, oh my gosh, like, that's insane. And then my sister was like, go and get a photo with him. And I was like, all right, awesome. Walked up to him and I was like, g'day mate, like, you know, big fan, like, you know, just love you. Can I get a photo with you? And he's like, sure. So what are you doing? You a volunteer? I was playing Germany the next day. He didn't even know who I was. Like, brother. And like, all the the Germans know that story now, and they think it's the greatest thing in the world. Like, just this guy didn't know who I was playing German.
Man, that's so
and then we
funny.
nearly beat them 14-11 up, and Wickler you should ask him about it. He just unleashed on his jump serve, and then we end up losing. But we could have won that game and then won our France game, and who knows, Olympic could have been completely different.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we only...
Damn, that's a tough pull, man.
Yeah, we only beat France in the last game, and it was like everyone was putting voodoo spells on us because it was 15,000 French guys just all...
And that was Remy and
Lionel.
Okay.
Yeah, and we had heaps of battles throughout the year with them as well. We played them 7 times or something like that.
Similar team makeup. Just jump high and hit super hard.
Dude, Remy the other night here at a training, I didn't get a single ball past him. I just said, time to retire.
He's getting good.
He's so big and so large. And he's a legend too.
Yeah.
God, he's a nice guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Him and Calvin both.
Yeah, I love Calvin.
Nice.
I love Calvin. He's a great guy. Great energy. And this is what I'm going to miss about the World Tour. And I'm going to miss the volleyball for sure, but obviously I don't love it like I used to playing it. But I'm actually just going to miss the people.
Yeah.
Because everyone on the World Tour here, we're all so dedicated to this. It's all in the same. We're all believing in the same thing and wanting the same thing, and it's just cool because everyone understands each other, and everyone's actually pretty nice. And I do like that. I have asked for more villains, right?
But you can turn it on and off. Like Trevor's a villain. Get him off the court, and he's a great dude.
Love Trevor. Best story I've got of Trevor in because obviously they were one of those teams where we had to match up with them a few times.
Yep.
And I'm talking 6 times during the Olympic qualifying process. And they beat us every single time except for the last time. So obviously you know, and all the Americans know how close that race was between Chase and Theo and Trevor. So everyone knew how close that race was between those two teams. And what happened was, it was in Mexico. We played a quarterfinal, I believe, against Theo and Trevor.
Okay.
And they smacked us. They smacked us around. We were not close, and they ended up winning that event. And
Guadalajara.
Yeah, yep. And so then that's the one where they accidentally played Theo's wedding song, I think, on the podium, and he had his wife there. And it was such a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
And so he then posted a Instagram, and I was like, yeah, I'll let you win, mate. Don't worry. Just put it on Instagram. And then he was like, nah, thanks for letting me win. It was a really special moment for me. They played my wedding song, and he was like,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was a really cool moment for Theo. And I love talking to Theo about volleyball because I think he's got one of the best volleyball brains.
Yes.
Drinking a bunch of beers with him in Stade, just talking about volleyball. I could talk to that guy all day about it. He is one of the best human beings I've ever met in my life. Legend. But then, obviously, they had a really close race with Miles and Chase the whole way through, and the heartbreak that we didn't even get to capture on camera would have been the best thing in the world. But the funniest story that I got with, I finally went full circle around here to get to this story. So they just won that event in Guadalajara, and in China the following week in Xiamen, and Trevor is in the hotel. We're just talking to Trevor, just bouncing back and forth. And then Miles is like, make sure you beat this guy next time you play, right? Because obviously we've lost to him 5 times in a row. And I said, no, don't worry, Miles. Trevor's already given me this one event. He already said if we cross over this event, he's going to give it to me. Because we needed pretty much one more event at that time. And we beat him in the round of 16 to get a quarterfinal, which means we got a good result. But it was heartbreaking because I knew Theo and Trevor also needed to get those good results at the back end.
Yeah.
So it's tough because I love those guys. They're awesome people.
Sports can be a zero-sum game sometimes.
But, yeah.
My gain is your loss.
Yeah.
And that's the way that race is.
Even the Estonian, Mart, right, from Estonia.
I love those
Mart
guys.
and Goose, legends. And they had that before the Olympic qualifying start. I think they got a 3rd place in Elite 16. They had some unbelievable results. And then Mart had to have hip surgery. Right?
And then Kusti's always banged up.
Banged up as well. And so then, who knows? They could have qualified top 15 because they were on a run.
I think they for sure would have. A healthy Estonia, 100% would have qualified.
Yeah. And then they got to the back end of the year, and Mart, before we played them, we were playing them in the quarterfinal. Mart comes up to me and he's like, I really need to win this game, else my Olympic dream is done for this cycle. And I was like, mate, my Olympic dream's also on the right here. And they beat us 21-6 or 21-8 in the first set. and then it was like 2-point difference for the next 2 sets. Like, it was the tightest game ever.
Volleyball's so weird.
Yeah, but like that guy stayed at my house here for like 3 months when he lived in Australia. Like,
really?
I love the guy, and then you just got to beat him like that. But he's chasing his dream, and I'm chasing my dream.
Right. And that's just life.
That's just life
as an athlete.
It's just life.
Yeah.
Like, it's heartbreaking.
That's cool. He crashed with you for 3 months.
Yeah, no, he's a legend. And that's the thing. Like, I like any of these volleyball players, or like anyone on the tour, I'd be more than happy to host them.
Yeah.
For the wedding.
I know it.
I wish I could have invited more of them to my wedding. Like,
and that's a week from now.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I could have had the whole tour come on the wedding, because everyone is so fun. Like, man, and we just have such a great culture and great sport, and it just breaks my heart because I know we can do it better.
Yeah. Are you? Has it hit you that you're retiring?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have a mental breakdown. Like, maybe I got a honeymoon to go on. Gonna enjoy that.
Where are you going?
Going over to Lapland to see the Northern Lights.
Okay.
And maybe people might know him too, but Cole Durant, remember Cole?
Yeah.
Used to play with Damo, and so he's getting married in the UK. So I'm going to go over for his wedding at the end of the year as well. Right. He's actually rocked up here today, I think. So he's come over to England to come to my wedding. Okay. Then he's going to watch the beach volleyball, come to my wedding, and then we're all going to fly over to his wedding in the UK.
Fun.
So it's going to be fun. But I think I'm going to have a mental breakdown once I leave the sport, for sure, because the life that we live as an athlete, there is nothing better. No. Nothing better. And the real world's not that fun. So
once you have kids, though, you'll find that something better.
Damo said the same thing to me.
I can promise you that.
Damo said, if you want to avoid depression after being an athlete, just have a kid, right? Yeah. Because you don't have time to be depressed.
Yeah, and it, man, it's so fun. Like, it's so crazy. It becomes so hard to leave. I don't know how athletes, how people do it as parents.
How do you do it?
It's hard. Yeah. It's hard. Because when I leave, like, this is a 2-week trip, I'll come back, and my kids, the kids that I left are gone. And I'm coming back 2 completely different children. Yeah. They grow so freaking fast. And my son will be saying new things. My daughter will be doing new stuff. Like, I was FaceTiming my wife and her, and she just started, like, pulling herself up and, like, walking along the couch. And she wasn't doing that 4 days ago.
Yeah, you haven't seen that.
Yeah. It's nuts. Gosh, so it's harder and harder to get on a plane when you have kids.
Because I found it tough even just leaving my cat. I'm not joking. Right? I had my partner. Shout out to Britt. I found it tough even leaving like my partner and my cat going on tour, let alone my kid. Hence also the reason of why I'm kind of retiring, because as an Aussie, 8 months on the tour in a year, that's tough, man.
It's a lot.
That's a lot of time away from you, like from your kids, and we can't afford to bring our families with on tour. And then also, like, dude, I would love to coach. I got no idea if any of the junior boys would listen to me, because they probably just think I'm an idiot. But like, I love all those kids, man.
They'd be wise to listen to you.
I would love to come back and coach them, and I would love to be a part of the sport. But then you still have to go overseas.
Yeah. Could you be like a stay-at-home coach? Like, you're the trainer here, and then you're the traveling coach?
Because I believe the teams that have the most success on the world tour are the ones that like have got their team is on tour, and they're there all the time, and they're going through the bullshit, and they're going through the highs and the lows. And I believe that's when the best teams succeed on the tour.
Yeah, I'm on board with that.
Like, even though I have had to serve the ball for Sweden at events because they didn't bring a coach, and I just think that's insane that we have one of the best teams to ever play beach volleyball not having a coach. Obviously, I think Razzie's probably the best coach of all time with what he's done with those 2 teams.
And in a hurry.
Yeah, in a hurry as well. Yeah. No time. How's he done it?
Elmer's 19.
I'm literally gonna go talk to him this event, and I'm gonna just be like,
Let me know what you find out.
I promise. I tried to text him the other day, because me and Theo talked about this in India. Like, why was Sweden just there for 6 months? They were only serving from position 6. They didn't serve from any other ball, and they just served float serve from position 6. And they just hit their targets. Didn't serve sideline, baseline, didn't serve, like, they were just serving position 6, both teams. And we don't know why. Theo doesn't know why.
I've been trying to get Razzie on the pod for years.
Oh, it'd be good.
I want to get him on. But I was talking to him when I first got the job at Florida State, and he was like, I would just have the girls do practices where they just do nothing but pokes. And I called Brooke and Nick, I was like, we got to do practices with poke shots.
He said that. Yeah. He said we just do pokes.
Yeah, for girls. For men, I don't think you'd get away with it, but for young women, like a well-placed poke's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I'm happy I don't have to pass the ball on the women's net.
It's when I jump in at practice, it's the greatest ball control drill you can do is just passing on the women's net.
Yeah.
It comes at you so fast.
So quick. And I'm also happy I don't have to defend in the women's game if I've got someone like Talika just snapping the ball straight down the line.
Yes.
Like we've got someone like Evandro who gets pretty high, right? But then we also have a blocker like Remy that gets just as high.
Right.
Whereas like some of the athletes in the women's side, because the court is so big and the net is so low.
Like you look at Alex Kleinman, her float serves or Pavin, it was just like, boom.
Good luck passing.
And then those angles is like, they don't even have to jump because Alex and Pavin are a little taller than I am.
Yeah.
And I can hit a standing down ball pretty sharp without jumping.
Yep.
And I'm like, they don't have to get too high off the ground.
I don't know how they defend. It's so tough. So anytime someone makes a dig in the women's game, you got to go, that's an unbelievable dig.
That's how I feel about men's indoor. Anytime a libero gets a dig, and this ball is just like 1,000 miles an hour, I'm like, wow, God just reached down and was like, put your platform here, buddy.
Yeah. Dude, like, so imagine like Catati, right? So the Italian, like, she could play in the men's game because she literally launches. Like, she can jump so high. It is insane.
She
and then
hits so hard.
You get like these, like, you know, when she's jumping up and then she's doing these ones, like where she's like turning her body and she's like snapping the ball down the line. And I'm like, how incredible. Like, how incredible we have an athlete like that on the tour.
Yep.
Just like, and because she's so entertaining to watch. Unbelievable.
And she is one of the few women that like sort of plays to the crowd a little bit and acknowledges that.
Yeah, we need more of that. We need more of that.
Yeah, so, but it has to be like organic. We can't manufacture it.
Yeah,
but you can get an athlete like a Valentina who like you see her leaning into it, and you're like, all right, let's pump that up.
Yeah.
And let's emphasize that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like Kristen's not going to do it, but they actually do a nice job branding off the court.
Yeah,
They're the sweet little LSU kids.
Yeah.
You know, but like a Valentina is so freaking entertaining. Or like you ever watch Lezana Placette and Alexia Richard?
Yeah, yeah.
They're fun.
Fire.
They got some character on the court.
Yeah, yeah. Bit of attitude
Lean
out
into
there.
it. Yeah, I like some attitude.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because I know that you've seen it, like it can unleash, and sometimes it's pretty funny. Like, there was one event where they were blowing up at the ref. Might have been.
She took his card.
Yeah, she took the card. That's what it was.
Awesome.
Yeah, but like, I want more of that. But like everyone knows like the stories of like Karch just like pulling down the net.
Yeah.
We've all seen the YouTube video of it.
Yeah.
But like I don't know if someone pulled a net down here, what do you reckon would happen to him? When we get fined or banned?
Did that.
When?
So him and Hayden, it was at the end of the Rio Olympic race, and he was playing Alison and Bruno, and he had something had happened where he was mathematically out, and he knew it, and so he was playing Alison and Bruno in just like this lame duck match, maybe for bronze or something, and they were playing bad, and so something bad happens. He pulls this net down, gets a card, and then he walks back, and the net hangs up for a second, and then the poles just go.
Jeez.
And it was like a 25-minute timeout to get him back, and so he
What
got
event
fined
was
and
this? Do you
carded.
remember? What if there's any footage of it?
I think there is.
Yeah.
I think it's still on Volleymetrics because we watched it, and I was cracking up because then Alison lost it on him, and they were actually like kind of butted heads for a little bit. Now, I mean, Alison's like the gentlest of giants.
Yeah, of course. He hugged me after he beat me. Like I had to. They served Chris the whole game in Malaysia.
Yeah.
In the third set, we had a match point, right? And then they served me like 2 balls. And then I just like shanked both of them and lost the game. And then he came through and hugged me under the net and he was like, it's okay, you'll learn. Just patted me on the back.
So when he gives you a hug, you watch Wedding Crashers?
Yep.
It feels like that scene with Vince Vaughn. He's like, I'm 6'6", but I feel 5'5" in your arms.
Yeah, in your arms.
That's how it feels with that.
Yeah,
when
he's
Alison
a
hugs
huge
you, I'm
human.
just like, I could just hang out here for a second.
So nice, eh? But I love Tri because, so when I was a kid, I was obviously watching heaps of Tri-Bourne, right? So it was awesome because one of my first times I ever got to see him in person was in Klagenfurt. So I actually got to play Klagenfurt before they moved it, right? So best beach volleyball event that has ever existed on the planet. And like I got to see him like warming up, and I knew that was like one of the last events before the Olympics for that 2016 run. And so I don't know exactly the point system and like where he was at, but I knew he was close, and I just remember him like taping up the knees, taping up the shoulders, like holding the body together, because like he was falling apart, but he was like pushing himself so physically to like chase his dreams, and I just thought it was like the coolest thing in the world because I got to see him live playing and trying to chase it, and then obviously his career after that, like with the autoimmune disease. And then like coming out and then getting the like Tokyo Olympics, it's just like unbelievable career.
I'm so bummed for Tay that what happened.
Yeah.
But I think it's so deserving that Tri was the one who subbed in and got to play in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Because like he had done it, and his career wouldn't have been right.
Well, if he was playing for Australia, he would have went to like 4 Olympics. So
that's kind of the curse of being in the U.S.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, it's not even just U.S. It's, you look at the Swiss women, Germans, Brazilians, obviously, where it's like there's so much talent. I don't blame it when people, like U.S., if you have multiple citizenships, go play for someone else.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But then, like, it's so crazy because, like, you watch, like, Europeans. Like, I love watching European champs because it's essentially just world champs.
Yeah.
Especially in the men's side.
Yeah.
In the men's side. Like, the level for us to win an Asian champs, like, yeah, okay, we've got to beat Iran, which is tough. And, like, some Indonesian boys will jump this high above the net and bash a few balls around. Right? But then you've got to take out Sharif and Dejan. But that is nothing compared to a European champs.
No, European champs, on the men's side, you're right. It's just world champs, basically.
It is.
With how weak the US and Brazil have been.
Yeah, like we're so fortunate to be in Australia and to be in the Asian region because we have genuine, like we have the best shot at qualifying. We're the country in the Asian region. We for sure would have to put the most amount of money in. Maybe Qatar would put more money into it, but also Sharif are never in that Continental Cup process because they're already in the world ranking. And so, but like the best shot for Australians is through that Olympic. And like New Zealand are also pretty handy as well.
Yes, they are.
They're also very handy. So like I reckon next cycle if Ben and Brad keep ticking away, who knows what could happen there. But like Asia, so awesome. The Asia tour is awesome too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Fun? Oh, it's the best. The people are awesome. Another great group of like lads. And some of the after parties that we have on like Asian tour as well, because whenever we have an event in Thailand, they always put on free beers for us, which is another thing I think the world tour needs to do as well. Like, so every event, I reckon they should just put beers on and then just put the cameras up and then just see what people get up to. I reckon it's a whole nother world of entertainment for the world to see. And I reckon if FIVB just put $1,000 worth of beers on, just put them on the middle of the table on the last day at events and just like film it and just see what happens. Go for it. And then see how you come up next week. See you pull up next week to come and play.
Well, you've deserved your beers. Fun career you've had.
I have. It's been really good.
Do you have like a retirement ceremony? Anything planned? Do you do anything?
No, I think like I announced it on Instagram and we're not really sure what's happening here. Okay. Like we'll see. Like I'm not necessarily looking for any sort of like, you know, show of like, you know, this is my last event or anything like that. Because I think I'm just fortunate enough to be able to play here in Adelaide with my friends and family. Because how many people just play their last event in the middle of China and get a 17th and then fly home?
That's Bourne.
Yeah.
That's Tri.
That's Tri.
Yeah.
And then that's it. And then he obviously got the cool AVP.
Yeah.
Like
but internationally, he just kind of faded out in China.
Yeah.
No one knew.
Yeah.
He didn't know.
It just happens to everyone eventually. And it's so sad because one day you just never get to see these people again.
Yeah.
And they're the best people.
It's hard.
And we live in Australia. So we're never going to see them.
Yeah, you can't just pop out to Austria.
No.
Julian, what's up, man?
Yeah, literally. Like if I was living in Austria, you know, I could fly to France and see Ratman, or I could go to Switzerland and see Marco.
Yeah.
And I could like hang out with the boys like up in Norway, like just go and spend Christmas with them. For goodness. But you can't do that.
No.
In Australia. Can't do that in America.
No. It's like Australia, US, Brazil are kind of you're on and Canada, you're kind of on your islands.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. So, but yeah, like I'm just stoked that I get to end it here because I was thinking about it. How many people, world champs, friends and family, no one gets to do it.
No, it's cool.
That's why it's cool.
I'm glad you're getting a pretty poetic ending here.
And I keep asking the Aussie boys too, like, how are you going to end your career? Because they're all still going to keep playing, right?
Yeah.
But it is one of those things that, like, I don't know, no one thinks about it, and because it's so hard to even comprehend retirement when you love something so much. That you just go, and then all of a sudden I just kind of woke up one day and I was just like, I think I'm actually done. And then it all just makes sense.
Yeah. It's good that you have that mental peace with it.
Yeah. Actually, his podcast, like, when he did his podcast, like, talking about retirement, like, I really appreciated that. I actually, like, dude, I wish I got to do a podcast with Tri, because as well, like, it's just, I would, like, want to talk to him more and ask him more questions, because the stuff that he went through across his career, like, it's inspirational.
Yeah,
it seriously
100%.
Is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, go win some matches. Extend your career.
Two more matches, and if we win, two Norway teams.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you taking the time, brother.
Glad
we finally made it happen.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Hopefully I'm back in America soon.
Yeah, buddy. Shoots.